of it should be on. We should be on. 1 minute early.
Ok, a Red LC is offline on Twitch.
Still.
A Steam acho que está a tentar fazer coisa, review.
No, I'm
Ok,
live.
já me apareces no Twitch.
Okay. YouTube as well. Okay. And now waiting for Steam, I guess. Oh, we're lacking sound.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me how the sound is. Is it okay?
Acho que está a tentar fazer review. Ok, já me apareces no Twitch.
You can speak English now.
Okay, yes.
It's live.
Yes, yes, I've noticed that it's live. Okay, so here we are.
I need you to tell me how's the audio.
Yes, it's good, it's sounding good.
Is
We're
it?
sounding crystal clear, yes.
Okay, should I put the game lower? Is it fine?
Yes, you can lower the volume of the game a bit. Okay, yes. Yes, I've noticed that it's live.
I didn't want it to completely shut.
Okay, so here we are.
I need you to tell me how's the audio.
Yes, it's good, it's sounding good. We're sounding crystal clear, yes.
You are making an echo, if I'm not mistaken.
How am I making an echo?
I was listening to the broadcast.
Oh, okay. Yes, I've noticed it's live.
Oh, right.
So here we are.
I need you to tell me. Let's put the game.
Yes, it's good, it's sounding good.
Is that better? The game?
It takes like 3 minutes to update, so maybe. But it's sounding to me that the audio is multiplying throughout the streams.
It's multiplying. What do you mean?
Maybe not. It's it's constantly on loop.
What's on loop?
Our voices.
If our voices are on loop, it's because I'm listening an echo from your side. How can we be on loop? How does that work? What?
Like our past voices are in the background, but always they become always lower and lower and lower in volume over time, while our new commentary is at the forefront and is louder.
The sound of the game too, or just our voices?
I think it's only our voices. Like I don't know. Our past voices.
I'm listening to it now. Where is that sound coming from?
Always my voice is also a little bit. The volume of my voice is also a little bit higher than yours.
I guess I can fix that.
Yes.
Should I lower yours?
Yes, a bit, I would say.
You're saying you're listening to the... Wait a minute. I might have a reason why we are duplicating. An idea
Okay.
why it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have the stream on somewhere. Take out this bit. Wait, no, I don't. I thought I have, but I don't. Is it still happening?
Let me check. No, I don't think it is.
Maybe That is weird.
Okay, yeah, I think it's fixed.
No, I'm still hearing myself. Is it still happening?
Let me check.
It's coming from your PC.
What do you mean?
It means that it comes from your mic.
How does it come from my mic if I'm wearing headphones?
I don't know. I just saw it happening, coming from your mic.
But I'm wearing headphones. And they're not that loud. Okay, I'll lower the volume of it.
Alright.
But you still need to lower the volume of my voice.
Haven't I done that?
No.
No. I mean, no. Okay.
Yes. Your voice is also a little bit lower than I would expect.
Okay. How about now? Are we better now?
That is perfect.
What about you? Aren't you too low?
No, I don't think I am too low. Let me try.
This has been 5 minutes of just adjusting shit. This stuff. Oops. Brilliant.
I'm a little bit too low now.
Now you're a bit too low. That's what I thought.
We have 2 viewers on Twitch. One is probably me. So,
Okay.
hello, viewer.
I've raised you a little bit.
Thank you, thank you.
Let's hope
Hello,
you're not...
viewer, whoever is watching us on Twitch.
Oop, I forgot that.
And welcome to our own game, Rushaway.
This is amazing. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes, it is.
do you wanna present us?
Yeah, sure. So, to the single viewer that's viewing us on
What
Twitch.
the fuck? People might watch this later.
Yeah, perhaps. Well, in any case, to whoever is watching us and might come to watch us in the future, we are the developers of Rushaway, and we're currently under the name of 9 Studios Games. But our own names are Andres Santiago for myself and Marcos Santos for my colleague.
Yes.
And today we're gonna be playing the demo of our own game for a little bit.
Well,
guess
this is
answer
the
any
first
questions that you-
stream. Don't forget that.
Well, yes, okay. Well, in the first stream, we'll be answering the questions of anyone who wants to join us and watch us play around a bit and maybe learn a few secrets of how you should approach the game and how you
Are
should
we?
finish it.
I'm gonna start this from 0 on this stream. So we're gonna start on the
That's,
tutorial.
Yeah,
Fine.
that's perfectly fine, yes. But after that, you'll be playing the following levels, or the demos that we have available in the demo.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what else to say, to be honest.
Would you prefer
not
controller
exactly-
or keyboard? We're gonna be playing with a controller, but...
Yes, I would say that the game plays a lot better on a controller. But that's my personal opinion.
Alright then.
Some of you might prefer to play it, I don't know, on a touchpad or something, for the weird touchpad guys out there.
Okay, let's just pass through
The controls, yeah.
controls. You guys can see this later on.
If you so
Oh,
desire.
buying it.
Not really important right now.
Whoops. We're gonna need speed to go through there. Okay.
You'll have to bear with us as we're a little bit behind what we're doing. I'm currently seeing you progressing through the first tutorial level.
Yes.
Yes, okay. And Jesus, the Steam stream is really behind. Okay, so Twitch has not finished the first level. YouTube has not finished the first level. And Steam has now finished the first level. So
it's behind. Okay.
Yes, it's really behind. So these are only the tutorials, there's nothing much to them. Their goal is to teach you the basics of movement of the player and how important it is to tilt the joystick in the direction which you're moving the player, which is technically a spoiler, but I'd rather say this than it going unsaid. And for all of you here, you should start seeing us on the first level, and it's a very peaceful, tranquil level, very greenish-like, and you can go through them at your own pace, no problem whatsoever. The game is still relatively easy at this part. There's not a lot of things that you have to worry about, fortunately. And there's a few paths that you can take to the top. Some of them will be faster, some of them will be slower. The path that has been taken isn't the fastest though, spoiler alert, just a little bit.
I'm just taking a tour, slow tour for now.
Yeah, slow
Just to
tour for the level.
Just to show the levels, yeah.
Yeah, just see how the game plays, what you can expect. At the very least, at the start, and a little bit ahead for the levels after the first world. As it's important to state that these levels are part of the first world out of 5, with at least 10 levels per world, with 1 special extra after that. After you've completed the 10 initial levels. So this is the 3rd level that we have in the demo from the first world. In this level, I believe it's the first one that you can actually die, if I'm not mistaken, or lose, and well, you'll have to start the level from the beginning. And there's not a lot of speed right now, but you'll start seeing some speed after a bit. We're not actually making a point of going through the levels as fast as possible.
It's fine. We're just.
Yeah, I think it is. You'll see some spiky things about. You can try caressing them, though I wouldn't recommend it. You'll probably be unsuccessful on your attempt. You've made it, yes. No, well, you're still finishing the first spiky level here, so.
Yeah, I'm
And now finally you arrive at levels where you actually start getting some speed. That's pretty cool. The game becomes a lot more fun when you start moving about at high speeds. That's the special thing about the game. It's when you start moving about.
Only thing.
Well, not necessarily not the only thing, but it's the component that makes it really fun. If you traverse at high speed. Yes.
Traversing, searching for all the different paths, ways you can use.
Yeah, investigating it, committing to them, and seeing how what if they actually work the way you hope they will. It's interesting to say that as a developer of this game, I still have a lot of fun playing. It's very interesting because as a developer, you end up getting to know all the nooks and crannies of it. So, you see the falling platforms, or you will for the breakable platforms, as we call them, for there is another hazard that we introduce that allow you to more dynamically move throughout the level. They're interesting hazard. Not the most interesting of them. There are quite a few ones that are more interesting.
Each world has normally a unique hazard that you will find on them.
I think every world introduces more than one hazard.
Yes.
But yeah. Now what you're seeing is the second world, or the first level of the second world. And the second world has a very heavy fire theme. You can see those yellow-red platforms that glow as you walk over them. I wouldn't recommend staying on them for very long. Things can get very toasty very quickly. But it generally ends up being the same flow. You want to try and get to top of the towers as fast as possible. And you have a lot more loop-de-loops in this level, and they tend to be a bit more dangerous moving about them. But our own friend Marco is very capable of moving about without actually blowing up. So that's good for us, I guess.
If I wasn't, that would be a little bit weird.
Well, not necessarily. There's plenty of developers that are fully unable to play their game at top performance or peak performance or whatever people say these days. So this is another level of the second world. This is actually one of the levels that are used in the trailer, and were actually featured in the Steam Fest trailer. So it might become sort of a trademark in a way of the game itself. You can see that there are a few things spread about the level, which I haven't mentioned about, that you can pick up. Those are secrets right now. You'll have to get the game to see what they're all about. But let's just say that they're a way to get to know and understand the world, and that our little character here is going through. You can see that he's also Spec, by the way. Is his name, or her name, or their name. I'm not entirely sure if Spec has a gender, probably not. I mean, it doesn't matter really much, to be honest. There's a new hazard that is introduced in this one, that is not completely unique to this world. You will see variations of it in the future, but all of these variations will hurl balls at you, and they will be lethal if you do decide to engage with those balls. And this is essentially it. You can get through as you can see, you can get through the demo really quickly, if you know how to play it, because that ends up being the secret behind this game. You need to learn. Looks great for speedrun. Oh, thanks, Biff. Yes, that's actually one of our unintended goals, in a way. It's a game that looks great speedrunning but still is pretty fun to play while you're speedrunning, and even when you're not trying to speedrun. I think there's something about trying to be as fast as possible and trying to beat your score or other people's scores that gives a lot of motivation to people and brings a lot of more enjoyment than would have been possible with just traversing through a game as fast as possible.
So should I try now go through other paths that we have? I guess.
Let's yes,
the first
please.
level.
Yeah, sure. Please go for it.
As we know, the shapes of our levels in towers are as they are because we want to give most of the time freedom to the player to decide where they want to go, right? So the first thing you're gonna do, if you wanna, the first thing you wanna do, not the first thing you wanna do. It is a good logic if you wanna try a different path, just go to the opposite direction where you went the first time. So that's basically what I'm gonna do now, right?
And this is something that has given us a lot of trauma when testing the game with other people, so to speak.
It will give you a different path, obviously. Yeah. It might be faster, it might be slower, but it will give you a different way of completing the level. And
generally, yeah.
Of course, you can then try to find out different ways to reach the top, right? If you know that you can go through some path, then it's like maybe I can try doing it through the other direction. That's a good way for you to try and make some sort of shortcut. I don't know I don't remember if this one's possible in time.
You're probably playing a different level from our own.
No, I'm still playing the same one.
Oh, you're still playing the same one? Okay. Yeah, we just saw you get a silver medal just below 19 seconds. this is probably the level I've played the most, so I can tell you where the fast path is if you don't quite remember. But that's perfectly okay.
I did
I'll
not.
let you
I did
figure it
not
out.
do so good this time. Let's try one more. So we can try this path here. You know where this one leads. Should
Generally, they all will converge with one another or pass through one another. So you may end up going in a different direction and still end up in a similar path.
yeah,
But
they
it's
cross.
those yeah. But generally, it's those minute differences that allow you to explore what may be the fastest way, and mix and matching different potential paths, back and forth, left and right, sometimes up and down, to try to figure out. There's a lot of fun in that. Just trying to figure out, oh, is this the fastest path? No, is this the fastest path? And I think the game itself is that for me at least. Yeah, you've gone to the next level now.
Yeah. I was gonna say that if you trying to find different paths, it's a good way to try and complete the levels your own way. Like if you're having a difficulty, troubles going through one path, you can always try another one. It's not just about going faster; it's about trying to find your way through the level as you're more comfortable with. Of course, if you want to go as fast as you want to go, not you want to go as fast. It's more like if you want to reach the top of the tower as fast as you can. Sometimes it's not just taking a fast path, but how you do it as well. Because sometimes you need to try and retry the same path until you finally got it, the timings right, basically, so that you can do it faster and faster and faster. So sometimes it's not just finding one specific path or finding one of the paths, but also performing it as best as you can.
Yes, that is correct. That's actually an important thing to keep in mind, because just because the path isn't doing it for you doesn't mean that you're doing it the correct way. That's actually an important thing to keep in mind, simply because this is not an easy game. It actually can be a very hard game at times. And it is unforgiving and similarly at the same time very forgiving in the way that it allows you to very quickly try again. But any mistake will cost you time, and some mistakes may cost you your life in the game instead only in the game.
And the first levels, it's not as hard to lose a life as later ones, obviously.
No. And there's a lot more levels than the ones that we have in the game. And a lot of levels that can be even more fun than the ones that we have here, but also a lot more difficult. But these give a good introduction of how the game plays and if you will like it, because that's an important thing. Not a lot of people will like the fact that this game requires a lot of reaction time, or well, a great reaction time.
Reaction and memorization sometimes as well.
Yes, both. I would say both are very important. There. That will depend, and this being a game you like to play will depend if those are things you like doing or don't mind doing. Try to become the best and reach the top of the high scores. But I think everyone at least should give it a try. But well, I'm biased, so what can I say beyond that? This is probably one of the first levels we had while developing in which you could reach really fast speeds, if I'm not mistaken, because of that series of loops. And it's interesting to see the current state of the level, because it's changed quite a bit during its development. And the first iterations of the level actually allowed you to do sort of like a carousel around the level, and that
Oops.
was confusing to some players. So we have to change that. Yeah, that's actually a level that stuck in my mind because of that. It allowed you to just keep on moving forward, not stopping, and that actually was a bit disorienting. So it had to change. Most of the other levels, I wouldn't say that I'm as familiarized with the design changes. They're very minute here and there. A lot of the levels were actually, well, some of the levels actually got translated from paper to game and worked right from the get-go. But most of them, I would say, probably didn't. Not necessarily all of them required minor changes to the design here and there, and also minor changes as we tested them out and as we introduced players to the game. But I guess that's it. It's a very interesting thing to think that going back, it's been a long way. It's been really a long way since we started it.
Yeah, and the fact that well, most of the levels took several tries to try and get the design right. Sometimes it was not easy, for sure. I think we were able to get some sort of balance in most of them. I think people will like it. We hope they're not too frustrating. Some might be a little bit.
Well, it's gonna depend on how well versed you are with the controllers, but especially with speed-based things. I remember giving this game to test to my sister, and she loved the first levels, and then she got introduced to the spikes and speed, and Jesus, it was incredibly frustrating for her. But well, that just goes to say that the game isn't for everyone. It comes back to that, I guess, that argument. But I feel that that's okay. It's a very cute game, at least for them. So I guess we have that.
It's a very cute game until you start dying.
Yeah.
And it's
Then it just becomes infuriating. Constantly infuriating, yeah. Even for me sometimes, infuriating, especially in a few levels, which I still don't have the timings quite set yet. Even at this point, even having spent so many years developing this game. So be it. There'll probably be people that will pick up this game and finish it up in 10 minutes. I'm not entirely sure what's the shortest amount of time one can spend will have to play to finish the game, considering that they play it normally.
If you're gonna be fast, it's probably around like between the 5 to 7 minutes maybe.
5 to 7 minutes. All the levels.
Yes.
Of the game or of the demo?
No, of the demo.
Ah, okay. Jesus, 7 minutes seemed a little bit too short for the game, given that it has a few dozen.
We have 50 plus levels, so
yeah, 50 plus levels. If I think every single one is completable in less than a minute, so I guess an hour.
Yes.
An hour, less than an hour. If you manage to speedrun the game from start to finish without a single miss, it'll take you less than an hour to finish it properly. But I am going to expect that a lot of people are going to take a lot longer to finish, at least in the first stages, in the first track. There's 50 plus levels, 5 worlds, 10 levels plus 1 for each world, so it's gonna take you a while. At the very least, to learn the mechanics fully, and it's gonna take you even longer if you wanna truly master the timing and use the top of the game. I think this game has a bright future ahead. And maybe who knows? Maybe we'll be able to expand on it. There's a few things I would still like to do for it. and work on it and iterate on it. But that will be in the future. There's still a few things we'll want to tackle first, and we necessarily will want to release this very, very soon. First, and well, let's see what else comes after that. Are you doing? It seems to me that you're purposefully avoiding to do the fastest paths.
I want people to discover some faster paths. Like, sure, I want them to try it, see if they can figure it out. I mean, that's half of the experience.
I guess.
I believe.
Yes. Yes. No, it truly is. It's just to me that I'm watching it. It's very. You're doing it very on purpose.
I'm just showcasing the different paths that you can take.
Yeah, sure. I'm not entirely sure if people will actually memorize them. But I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see how that goes.
It's better. I see. I did a.
You did a what?
My time. I did a gold one.
You did the gold. I'm seeing a bronze.
Wait,
let me
give
see.
it some time then.
Yes, I'll give it a little bit of a while for you to get there. Okay, so you got a gold at least. Would be very, very sad if you didn't get a gold.
I already did a plat as well.
When? I didn't see the plat. Was I completely lost in conversation?
Probably.
Missed the plat. The plat. Okay. No. Back at the start. I've played these levels so many times just to iterate and test and check the mechanics, see if any small additions improve and if everything else stayed the same. The whole thing. It actually took quite a long time to get spec to actually play as we envisioned. And he still has a few kinks here and there that we would like to iron out. And you might encounter them, but I feel that that's fine for now. It plays quite a lot better than it has played for the most part of their existence. It took quite a long time to properly fine-tune and resolve all the issues that arise from the very physics-based gameplay and unintended interactions amongst the levels. It was actually interesting to see when we took the game out for testing the shortcuts that people took in the levels that we didn't even envision sometimes, and some of them were just unacceptable. So we needed to change the design to the level to sort of like guide the player through the mechanics that each level introduces. And well,
of course, we don't intend to change the design more. So if
no,
people find
other
shortcuts, then they'll be there.
So be it. Yes, we've done our best, the best we could, to try to get.
It's part of the fun as well. You guys try to find shortcuts. Try to.
Yeah.
To...
And especially before we fix issues that come from exploits that people may discover. So that's also going to be fun. I'm very excited to see what people are going to do. I'm very, very excited actually. There's a thing about Goji that was close to apply. There's a thing about seeing other people play this game that I don't know, brings a smile to my face. It's always a gigantic pleasure seeing people play. And generally it's always having fun. People are always having fun. At least people that enjoy this type of gameplay. So it's I'm very excited to see what everyone else is going to do. And maybe people will start sharing their playthroughs. And there's also one thing that will be available is that players will be able to see how others traverse the level. So that's also going to help you understand how a level should and can be traversed. So you won't be lost in this if you won't be completely lost if you're trying to improve your time and can't figure out what to do. You'll always be able to check how the pros are doing it at the top of the line. Yes, the pros. yes, I guess the pros. I guess it's an interesting way of putting it.
I blew up.
You blew up?
Yes.
Oh god, you actually died. Oh
I've died a few times already.
Well, I don't think restarting counts as dying. Oh no, you've fallen on a few spikes here and there. Okay, that's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. For those of you who ask what one can do with those doors, you can't do nothing. There's nothing you can do with doors in this game. The doors are not interactable. We have doors in all the levels in the games, and people are like stopping by them and just trying to interact with them. They don't do anything. It is confirmed. At least until I decide to hide a secret in them, but that's going to happen post-release, not pre-release. So you can at least be assured that in the first time after the release, you won't have to worry about it. I feel that this remark will come in. What do they mean? Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna feel that these remarks are gonna come and bite us in our bottoms in the future, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who indeed knows? It's a surprise. You'll see. There's a few things we still want to do before the release. We're still addressing kinks and addressing small bugs here and there, and a few features here and there that don't quite work the way we want them to. So there's still some few things we want to tackle, but the release is very, very soon, very soon, and you'll get to know about it.
Very soon as well.
Very
Even
soon.
sooner.
Yeah. Even sooner. Yes.
Who knew?
Who knew? Oh my Jesus! I don't know. It can happen that we just decide one day and like I'll ship it. It's good. But no, we'll try to avoid that and actually plan a proper release. So I want this game to succeed.
To tell developers want their games to succeed.
Yeah, but I would say that it's not necessarily I have a personal investment in the game, but it's a game that I think people will enjoy playing. It's a game that I think will provide a lot of good times, and I don't know if the streamers decide to pick this up. I feel that it is a very entertaining game to watch, seeing them explore the different paths and trying out and actually getting that score and reaching the top of the leaderboard. I think so. I think so. And I really want this to.
Oh yeah, don't forget that if you find something in the game that doesn't seem right, you can always send us feedback.
Yes,
you have a button for that.
Yes, there's a pretty little button at the top, which you can click to send us feedback. We have a dedicated discussion on Steam for exactly that. Any issues that you find, any questions that you have, please do ask away. We're here for that. We want to help you extract the most fun out of the game as possible. And hey, it's perfectly fine and acceptable if you want to send if you decide to send feedback, just say that you enjoyed the game. That's also nice. Developers don't get most developers don't get told often enough how great the game gets developed. People tend to be a lot more vocal about it very fast. So please do share about. Do share your opinion and your experience. because we're really interested.
All right.
What else?
If there are no more questions, I guess we can call it here.
Yes, I think so. 40 minutes. I think that's been quite a long time. And people, well, if you want to reach us out, you can do it at contact@ninestudiosgames.com. That's perfectly fine. If not, you can play the demo and post on the Steam discussion forums. However you prefer.
We also
We're here
have
for you.
Twitter or Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
Contact us whatever you want.
Yeah. Twitter or Facebook, social media, I would say. And they're not mine, so Marco, you'll have to pick up from there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess.
I think that's it. Thank you for being with us, you people. It was nice having you all. This was a nice. It was nice to reminisce about the development of this game, how things went up.
Okay.
I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and see you on Rushaway. Hopefully.
Bye.
Bye bye.